Today I'm going to go over a few of the hummingbird feeders that are available at really good prices and which ones to buy and which ones maybe to think about before you purchase them. So join me as I go over some simple hummingbird feeders. Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I wanted to talk about just some of the hummingbird feeders that are available on the market today for you to buy. Now, there's a lot of different types, and you can get them for as low as $1, and you could go on up to $50, $60, depending on what you want to spend. But there's a few tips I wanted to go over, just simple tips on what to look for when you go out to look for a hummingbird feeder. Now, let's start with something really simple. This one I pick up at Walmart, and I really do like these. These are made in the USA. Now let me show you why I like these. They're plastic. There's nothing wrong with plastic. Nothing's going to leach out into the hummingbird food. It would have to be over 170 degrees about to start to leach. They're perfectly fine to use. I've been using them for years. Glass or plastic will depend on what you prefer. That's all that matters, is what you prefer. I like something that's not going to break, because I could see it falling out of a tree or getting unhooked or just carrying it in and accidentally dropping it. But again, this is up to you. This is what's important, is how it comes apart. Now this one comes completely apart, which means all you need to do when you go to clean it is scrub the inside of this, scrub this. You can use whatever you want to clean it with. We'll get into cleaning another time. Right now I just want to show you on some of them how they're set up. But you can clean it whatever way you would clean your own dishes, basically. That's what you would use to clean this. And you would clean that. See how this is easy to clean? That's what you really, really want. Something that when you really have to scrub it, you don't have to scrub it every single time unless it needs it. You want to be able to scrub it. Then you've got one of these that are really beautiful. Look how gorgeous it is. It's beautiful. It works perfect. It doesn't have any seats. This one's got seats. I like seats. But it still is very usable. But here's the issue. I haven't used this one yet. It's brand new. It was a gift. This is what comes apart. Now look at this. See how small the opening is? I don't know how you would clean that one. This one's got a large opening. And this is so tall, you would have to get a stick inside there, and you would have to really scrub it. And at this point, a lot of people use vinegar to clean. Vinegar won't cut it. You may have to use a very mild bleach and water solution and then rinse it really, really well, just like you would do your own dishes. It is not really dishwasher safe. Some of them say they are. This one doesn't have a label. But if you put them in the dishwasher, you're going to break them down really quick. That's the only thing. They may not last as long. I've got these things going for 3 and 4 years, where I don't know what would happen if you did put it in the dishwasher. I don't know how you would clean this. To me, it's something I would use for a while, and then it's going to get black and hard water and moldy and everything inside, and eventually I probably will end up tossing it. That's the first issue with it. The second issue is the bottom part. This is sealed. This does not come apart. Well, I have no idea how you clean this. You again would have to soak it, and the reason I would say it'd have to be a mild bleach solution is because you can't get in there to scrub it. You could try a vinegar solution, but you still don't know what it looks like, and you can get it in there and shake it, but you can't get a brush in there and you can't clean it. So really, when you're going to buy one, look it over. It doesn't matter if it's glass or plastic. Most of the bases on a lot of the glass ones are plastic. The top may be glass, but you really need to look at it and see if you can clean it. Here's another one, well known. You see these all around. Same issue on this. This hole is so tiny that you can get a scrub brush and scrub it all the way to the point, but it's going to be difficult. So it's going to be a pain to clean this thing, is basically, that's the only way I can say it. Even if it's dishwasher safe, which it says shatterproof. No, it's not dishwasher safe. Okay, even if it was, it's not going to get in there and clean it. You could get a stick, a bendable stick, and maybe wrap it with paper towel, and I've done it, and get in there and scrub it and clean it and do whatever you want to use, you know, to clean it and scrub it out. But eventually you really can't get to this side. It's going to be very difficult. And again, the base, it's a sealed base. It does not come apart. It's actually sealed. So you can't even get in here to clean it. These usually sell for about $10 or more. And that's something you really can't clean. The same thing with this one. These they sell at Walmart. They're about $4 or $5. They have been changing them off and on, and they've made the slits really small, and I make mine larger. I have videos on that. You can see how I make mine larger. I've had problems with this, the way it stands, so I have to make the holes bigger. Some of them come with bigger holes, so look at them and see if it's got larger holes. But if they're very tiny slits and the hummingbirds won't use it, you'll have to make them larger. And then, of course, you all know about the dollar store ones. These come at the 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, all the different dollar stores have them. And you know what? They're short, so I can get a toothbrush in here and I can clean this whole thing with a toothbrush or a paper towel and swish it around with a long stick. This works out good. This comes off, but it doesn't do anything. This is just your hanger. They tend to last for a year or two. They're a lightweight plastic, but you know what? They are easy, really fairly easy to clean. It doesn't have the bulge that this has, so you can even get your finger. So you can get your finger in there and clean it. And then with the base, the whole thing comes apart. So you can use a mascara brush, a pipe cleaner, anything you want to clean out the holes that they drink out of. You can clean the bottom. It's, to me, for $1, this is like one of the best feeders. I've got videos on how I make stands for these because I like my hummingbirds to come here and sit. So I just take a bread top and I twist it around and I make my own stands. This one already has a stand for like under $5. And of course these two do not have stands. There's a lot of them with stands. I've got a whole video on a whole bunch of hummingbird feeders I went over at Walmart, every single one, the good and the bad. And you can check that out and I'll put the link to it. But I just wanted to touch on this because I know that the hummingbirds are showing up everywhere. A lot of my hummingbirds that were here, we were putting out 3 and 4 gallons a day, are not here now because they went up north, which they do in mid-spring like now. And in the summer, they're nesting up north because there's wildflowers and everything there. And then when they're done nesting, they'll come back. So I know a lot of you have been contacting me and saying you're seeing hummingbirds now and you're rushing out to get feeders. So keep that in mind. You want something that's really easy to clean, something that really will come apart, and then you can use your vinegar or just dish soap and water and scrub it out and clean it. And it's just easy to clean because you can see what is there. If it was sealed, you can't see if it's black or what's in there. You can't get in there at all. So look them over, make sure it will work for you, and whichever one will work good for you is the one you should buy. No matter how big or how small, even this little feeder comes apart and it's easy to clean. And we'll get into this one real soon. So with that, have a wonderful day. Hope I gave you some tips. And don't forget, it's 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar. Cane sugar is better. I prefer cane sugar. To 1 cup of water. And if you can drink your water, then the hummingbirds can drink the water. I've got a whole video on how easy it is to make it. You can use a coffee maker, you can use a microwave, you can use a tea kettle. I'll link the video to this so you can see that and see how easy it is to make hummingbird food at home, your own fresh hummingbird food. So with that, have a great day and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Kitty, which is the best hummingbird feeder? Check it out. What do you think of that one? No? You want one? What do you think is the best hummingbird feeder? That one?